All right, it's 2021. Now, if you're not in the situation that you deem or consider to be successful, here we go. Let's do this dance. Let's quit playing. We're just gonna quit playing. We're gonna stop with the madness. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna chill. We're gonna take a deep breath, and we're gonna get real. And we're gonna jump into these 5 keys. Feel what I'm saying? So here we go. Let me find something. You know what I'm saying? Number 1. 5 keys to success in 2021, and y'all can associate this to 2021, 2022, and beyond, because I feel like I think these are universal. Universal keys. These are the things that I keep in mind on top of other things that I focus on. You got to be very dynamic in order to be successful, to be independent, and to be I guess what you would consider rich or wealthy. But really, it's just rich. What do you call rich? Not wanting for anything. And not saying, oh, I'm whipping the whip and it's a Bugatti. No, I mean, if you want a car, you can go get a car. Maybe you can't get a $50,000 car. If you want some food, you go get some food. If you want to go on a trip, you go on a trip. It doesn't necessarily mean that you just stunting with gold everywhere and you're dripping on people. And that's not necessarily, what do you consider? And, hey, we're going to get real. So I would like to say that the first key to success, y'all, and this may sound cliche, and like this dude got this from a Rice Krispie box, you know what I'm saying? Frosted Flakes. He was over there reading what Tony the Tiger said and stuff. And you might think that this is, cliche. Maybe it is. But it's absolutely real, 100% serious, and 100% necessary. And you have to believe in yourself. Number 1, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. I don't know what happened. There's so many people. Maybe it's because, I've been creative. I was very creative. So I was always, being creative and stuff. And I remember being young. We were all young. We just tried everything. Remember, you ever try to cook like something that you couldn't cook? I remember my mother telling me a story. I put a Frisbee in the oven with some sugar and some bread on it. And I was making cake or something. I was really young. But it didn't matter if it was a Frisbee and some bread and some sugar on it. And, the Frisbee melted and there was plastic. She was upset. I probably got my ass whooped. Excuse my language. But, tore up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about pancake. But, I was trying to make some cake. I don't even remember it. But I believe her, it's funny. I did a lot of weird stuff. But, obviously I put this Frisbee in the oven. I turned the oven on. I put some bread on top of the Frisbee. And I put some sugar on top of the bread. And I'm finna make some cake. And I put it in the oven, Did it work? No, it didn't work. But I believed it was going to work. So I tried it. I got in trouble, obviously. It didn't work. But I learned. What did I learn? That's not how you make cake. And somewhere along the lines, as us growing up and becoming adults or whatever we do, we lose this belief in ourselves, this ability to try stuff, try new things. We develop friendships and peers and associates, and maybe they tease us or make us feel stupid. I don't know what happens, but something happens from when you're 4 or 5 years old, just trying to do whatever, just because you believe, hey, I can do it. You jumping off stuff, hitting your head, crying. Why'd you do that? I was gonna jump. Cause you have to be told, no, you can't do that. You can't. That's how you hurt yourself. Owie, boo boo. But that's how we learn. And somewhere along the line, somewhere along the path, we stop believing in ourselves. And it sounds corny, it sounds cliche, but you got to believe in yourself. It's part of it. It's very important. There's 3 B's when it comes to this stuff. The first B is believe. The second B is begin. You got to believe that you can do a thing. Believe that you can achieve something. You got to believe. And then the second B is you got to begin. You have to start. You can't just sit there and believe and have hopes and dreams and sprinkles and glitter, just floating around and stuff and think everything's good. Belief isn't enough. The dream isn't enough. You have to put action to the dream, so you got to begin. You got to start. And the third B is become. You become what you want it to be, or your situation becomes the situation that you believed it would be in the first place. But number one, you got to believe. And you got to let go of all the shame and the fear. They're going to laugh at you, or you're going to fail. And oh, I'm stupid, and I was never smart, and I was always slow. And I see words backwards. I'm dyslexic, and my mama fell, and my arm broke, and I can't breathe. All of these things that go in your mind and come into your mind that push down and beat up your creativity and your belief in yourself, you got to fight it. You have to fight it, because if you can't fight it, it's going to be tough. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you now. You can have the best business plan, the best partners. You can have the most capital. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, or you ain't going to make the decision that needs to be made in a certain amount of time, and you're going to miss out on opportunities because you're second guessing yourself. You got to believe. Number one. 5 keys to the success. First key, believe in yourself. And it's not an unrealistic or foolhardy belief. Number 2, invest in your education. And let's just talk about the public side. How do finances work? How does finances work? What? Did you take any finance class in high school? If you went to college? Did you take any finance classes in college? Huh? Invest in your education. These days, if you want to take a finance class, a basic finance class or something like that, boring, of course. Yup. It's an investment. And if you're making an energy investment, it's a lot of times it ain't the dopeness. It's not about what you're doing in the moment. It's about what you can do after you make this investment. Remember that. But yeah. How do finances work? You can go to Khan Academy. They got an app on Google, Android, and on iPhone. iOS. You can download the app Khan Academy. They got all types of free classes, man. They got college classes. I took some stuff. I think I took a Berkeley class. A class from Berkeley. There was a Berkeley teacher that was teaching this economics class or something. You got to invest in your education. You got to take some classes, study some stuff, read some books, weekends, etc. 10 minutes a day, 7 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes every 2 days. Whatever it is, be consistent with it. Don't play yourself. Believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you will put in the necessary work to invest in your education. And like I said, you just talk in public. Learn how to do some books. Learn how to project a profit. Learn how to put together a profit and loss sheet. A lot of times it's just one page, and it's not hard to do. But you got to learn. You got to put some investment into it. You know what I'm saying? You got to invest in your education. So number 1, you got to believe in yourself. Number 2, you got to invest in your education. What you know and what you have learned in your life has gotten you to where you are right now. If you look around and you don't like what you see, if you log into your bank account and you don't like what you see, if you open the file cabinet looking for your life insurance policy and you don't like what you see, if you go to the bank and your safety deposit box or go in your safe or whatever looking for your gold and silver and you don't like what you see, if you reaching in the mail and you get a bunch of bills and tax bills and stuff like that and you don't like what you see, that's because the knowledge that you currently have and the things that you're currently doing have gotten you here. You have to gain new knowledge and do different things to be able to experience a different lifestyle, a different reality. It's elementary, but it's difficult conceptually. Because why? Because it requires accountability. So I'm going to skip number 3. I'm going to make number 3 number 4. And this is number 3 because I messed it up. But number 3, number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, invest in your education. Learn something. Learn something you don't know, so you can do something you can't do. Does that make sense? Learn something you don't know, so you can do something you can't do. Number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, invest in your education. Number 3, check yourself. This is gonna be tough for some of y'all. We got a lot of callers, not a lot, but we got several callers, a good number of callers. Some of y'all might hang up right now. Check yourself. Check yourself. Are you accountable? You blame other people for what you do or what you don't do? Do you try to defend your ignorant actions? What do you lack? Have you ever asked yourself that question? What do I lack? And instead of being like, nothing, I'm the illest, actually been honest. Have you ever asked someone else, what do I lack? You ever asked someone a question for them to tell you, hey, man, you tell me something negative about me. Can you tell me something where I'm lacking or, I have character flaws? And look at their face. Watch their face. See how comfortable they are in telling you and answering your question. They're probably not comfortable at all. They're probably, and you got 2 reasons. One, they may have an issue with communication, but 2, they might not be comfortable telling you the truth. They might not be comfortable with knowing or understanding that you know how to handle the truth when they tell it to you. Most people are going to say, if I'm saying, hey, man, what do you think? You think I got some character flaws? You think I got some things I need to work on? Most people are going to think it's a trap. I'm trying to start something. But you got to check yourself. What do you lack? Do you lack accountability? Do you lack responsibility? Do you lack accountability? Hey, man, you're supposed to do, man, I'll do what I want to. That's you're not being accountable, fam. Yeah, you grown. Yeah, at your house. Yeah, you make the money. Yeah, whatever. You ain't being accountable, though. Do you lack responsibility? Do you lack financial restraint? Check yourself. That's the key to success, financial success, emotional success, relationship success. You got to be able to check yourself. And if you're not willing to check yourself, you got to be willing to accept someone checking you. Unless you're just dealing with a bunch of bobos and foo-foos who they don't check themselves and you don't check yourself, so no one is expected to be accountable or be responsible or, follow through on their word or to have some sort of restraint. But if you're dealing with people, if you're looking to be successful, that means you're dealing with people who are successful. And I'm going to tell you right now, successful people ain't trying to hear your excuses. Successful people ain't trying to hear nothing. You talking about some stuff that ain't relevant. Knowing good and well that that's something that they overcame. And yeah, it's something that they overcame, and it took time, it took effort. It took self-reflection, but it's something that successful people get over. And you over here complaining about something that's necessary to be successful. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. That's a requirement. But if you're not willing to check yourself, you're not going to be successful. I'm telling you. If you're not willing to be accountable, I messed that up, and be able to acknowledge I messed that up. Not so someone can point fingers and say, no, you messed it up. No, not because of that. So you don't do it again. So you learn. So you tighten up your business. So you tighten up your communication. So you tighten up your dealings. You have to be able to admit where you messed up. You have to be able to be accountable. You have to be able to be responsible. Otherwise, you will not improve. And business is all about improvement. Being successful is all about making improvements. Successful products are typically successful improvements on previous products, or a new invention, or the invention improves the way a thing is done. It makes it easier or more efficient or something like that. And that's what it's about. In order to be successful, you got to be constantly improving yourself, improving your environment. In order to do that, you need to be accountable. You got to be able to take it. You got to be able to have a conversation about what you did that negatively affected the company, that negatively affected the profits, that negatively affected the partnership, that negatively affected your partner's feelings. You got to be able to have conversations where you're the subject and to be responsible and have some restraint and accountability and be able to be like, you know what? Yeah, I did that. I apologize. I'm sorry about that. It's not what I meant, but I know. And I ain't going to do that again. Instead of being like, man, I ain't do nothing. Because if you say you didn't do nothing, then there's nothing to correct. And you'll never know how much business you lost. You'll never know how many friendships you didn't have if you're just out here not trying to correct. And if you're trying to be successful, you got to be correct. How you going to be successful making a bunch of errors all the time? It ain't going to happen. You got to be accountable. Number 3, you need to check yourself. And I ain't saying none personally. Sometimes I'll jump on the air and I'll say some stuff generally. And, you know, I'll get emails and people be like, man, I ain't do it. People think I'm talking about, I ain't talking about nobody personally. I'm talking, if I'm talking about anyone personally, I'm talking about myself. And you need to check yourself. People depend on you. People, you know, it's a big deal. You want to be successful? Check yourself. Number 4, you need to start a business. Let's get out of here. It's 2021. Come on now. You need to start a business. I don't care. I work 40 hours. I don't care, man. I don't care. That does not matter. It takes 10 minutes to jump online and file for your LLC. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. It takes 5 minutes to create an account, and it takes 10 minutes to do the paperwork. It takes you 15 minutes to start a business. I'm not trying to hear it. What am I going to do? I don't care. Go to Goodwill, fam. Go to Goodwill or Half Price Books. Walk through the aisle and scan some barcodes on Amazon and see how much this book is selling for on Amazon and see how much you got to pay for it. And start on Amazon and just start selling books. On Amazon, you're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to do some legwork. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying start a business from scratch, go get a brick and mortar, and you got to get equipment. And nah, man, use your brain. You know what I'm saying? You got a brain. You're so smart. You've just been convinced that you're not. There's so many things that you can do. You got a supercomputer in your pocket you walk around with every day. It's about what you choose. You got to take the discipline that's necessary to be successful. And you need to start a business. Side hustle, full-time business, part-time business, don't matter. Start. You're missing out on expenses, the benefits of expenses, the benefits of fringe benefits, and you're missing out on tax benefits that you'll never even, you have no idea. I ain't make no money. You ain't make no money. I'm not giving you tax advice because I'm not an accountant or an attorney or none of that stuff because I can't give no legal advice. You know what I'm saying? But I am saying this. You got a business and the business takes a loss. Let's say the business lost $20,000. You got to structure properly. You can claim that loss on your individual tax return or on your trust return. So let's say as an individual, you made $50,000 that year, but the business lost $20,000. Well, you just offset it. That $50,000 that you made now becomes $30,000. So now you're only looking at, and now you can do your other deductions. I mean, come on, you don't even understand what you're missing. You have no idea what you're missing. You need to start a business. You need to start a business. You email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. It's $55 for an hour consultation, and I do not trip when it goes over. And I will give you all the juice packs that you need to start your business, to set up your business credit, and how you can do, just start building your business credit with stuff that you spend money on every day anyways. So it'll cost you nothing but filing the documents with the Secretary of State. Hands down. Even if you got a sole proprietor, even if you have to do your business, you don't got a corporate address, and then you have to do it at your home address, don't matter. There's still benefits. Now, that would include you educating yourself, investing in your education. That's number 2. Because you're going to have to look for them. What are the benefits? I'm going to tell you off top, Publication 535, IRS, Publication 535, and IRS Publication 15B. Study them joints. See what businesses can do, what individuals can't do. When it comes to taxes and write-offs and expenses and stuff, you need to start a business. You want to be successful in 2021 and beyond, you need to start a business. This is America. It's all about business here. What's going on? There's no excuses. You need to check yourself. You need number 3. You need to check yourself. What do you lack? You need to be accountable. You need to be responsible. You need to jump to number 4. You need to start a business. I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? People be like, well, what can I do? So, man, look. What else? You start a business. You can do a lawn care business. I know you don't want to mow lawns. You're too egotistical. You don't want to mow. I got a degree. I don't want to mow lawns. Why not? You mow the lawns for 6 months, a year. If you do it right, you hire other people to mow lawns. You just own the company. You just make the profits now. You got to start somewhere. Quit being proud. Check yourself. Start a cleaning service. You can start a repair service. You know electronics. You're pretty good with electronics. You fix cars. You can start a repair service for cars. All I know how to do is brakes. Well, do brakes then. Do brakes. Sister, you can make food. If your company ain't hating on you and you make good food, make some food and start bringing it to work. Straight up. And just give out samples and stuff. Like, here, I had some extra. And make sure it's fire. I had some extra. Here you go. When they be asking about, hey, you got some more of that? Will you give me a couple dollars? I can make some. Watch what happens. As long as the management and people ain't hating, I've seen it happen I've seen it happen so many times in the job. People just blaze off of food, just selling food at lunchtime. What's the difference? They put in the orders. You put in the orders, you go run to Arby's. You might have some flame food. Brothers can get in fashion. I know some brothers that can dress. Start making some fashions, man. Sell some stuff. You can lease an ebook and resell the ebook. There's so many ways to make money. There's only so many ways you can start a business. I don't know. Start a business. I like technology. What do you like? I like real estate. What do you like? I like music. What do you like? I like helping people. What do you like? And try to make a business out of it. If you sit there for like a long enough period of time thinking, how can I make money off of doing what I like to do? You're going to figure it out. And look, it doesn't have to be spectacular, Fortune 500, $1 million, $500,000. Man, the business ain't even got to make $100,000 a year. It can only make 30. That's extra 30,000. It can only make $10,000 that year. That's an extra $10,000 that your family could use. And cool. Yep. Business make $10,000 a year. Go make another one. Do that a couple times. You can do a franchise. There's franchise business you can do. There's all types of things you can do. Some of this stuff you're going to have to save up some money. You know what I mean? But a lot of people would be like, you need to quit your job to go private. Man, look, you ain't got to quit your job to do nothing. A lot of people have a lot of years invested in their jobs. A lot of people are, towards the middle or the end of their life and are looking to get 100% retrained in some stuff. But I don't know if you think about retiring and what you going to do. Just sit in a rocking chair with a piece of straw in your mouth, whistling Dixie? For how long? I ain't finna be doing that. I'm finna be working. You better do something, start your own business. If not for the tax benefits, than any other reason, you need to start a business. Now, I'm very familiar with LLCs. I'm very familiar with the dual jurisdiction of state and federal, making sure that they, are actually set up as corporations. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. $55, you won't need LegalZoom. Now, let me tell you this: LegalZoom, they put together some. Hey, it looks nice. I'm about to say that it looks nice, but look, that's not everything in there. And I've had clients that went to LegalZoom, operated for a full year, and the IRS is like, nope, you got to claim all this on your income, on your personal. You can't file a corporate return, which means you don't get to file corporate expenses. Ouch. And that's what it is. I'm going to say it one more time. Nope, I'm probably going to say more than that. Start a business. You need to start a business. It don't matter how small. It don't matter how large. Keep it small. Keep it simple. A little repair business. You start making sweaters. It don't matter if that business lasts 2 months, 3 months, or 30 years. You need to start a business. Start a business. Start a business. You had a business going. All you had to do was have a business organized with the state, have a federal EIN, and have a business bank account, and you could have got PPP loans. You could have got an emergency economic injury disaster loans just by having a business with a business bank account. It had to be a business. It had to have a federal EIN, and it had to have a bank account. You missed out on a whole bunch of stimulus because you just didn't have a business. Don't matter if it's a home business. I know what I said. I'll be like, yo, you need a corporate address. Yeah, that's if you're trying to build business credit. If business credit is your main deal and that's what you're mainly working, you can start a business from your home, build your business for a year or so, and then move it to a commercial address, and then start really dealing with the business credit. You ain't got to jump out the gate with business credit. It helps, but and then just because you do your business at a residential address doesn't mean that you're going to get denied for business credit. I got to be clear on what I say because I feel like in my attempts at communication, I unknowingly and unwittingly create false limitations. You start a business, put your home address on it. I don't care if you live in an apartment. Put the apartment number on there. Apartment A, 105. Put it on there. It's a business. Just because it's at your home address doesn't mean it's not a business. Doesn't mean it don't file its own return. That's not what it means. It files its own return. You just got to do it right. And then if it's at your home, if you operate, now you can get certain write-offs, for home-based business and stuff like that. But if you structure it properly, it files its own tax return, man. Number 1, 5 keys to success in 2021. Number 1, believe in yourself. Believe, begin, become. 3 B's. Number 2, invest in your education. What you know now has got you to here. If you look around and you're not happy with your situation, you must learn something different so you can do something different. You must learn something new so you can do what you can't currently. Invest in your education, number 2. Number 3, check yourself. What do you lack? Do you lack accountability? Do you lack responsibility? Do you lack restraint? Do you lack emotional maturity? What do you lack? And check yourself. It's required to be successful. Number 4, start your business. You start a business. You start a business. You start a business. No matter what it is. I ain't finna sit here and tell you to start a business that really doesn't do business. But I am going to say that some people do that, and through invoices and stuff and proper substantiation, they're able to still get, benefits. A product or a service. What's the product or service? It could be office services. I help them file the paperwork. And there's a minimum wage, but not a maximum wage. Now you got to think about what the industry standards and norms are. So what is someone in the same or similar position getting paid on average? So look at 3 or 4 people and average it out. And you don't want to do nothing crazy beyond that because that raises red flags. That's not, arm's length. But there's a minimum wage. There's no maximum wage. You hear what I'm saying? I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. Start a business. Email me if you need help. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Number 5, y'all probably know what I'm gonna say. Y'all probably know what I'm gonna say. I'm sure the OGs know what I'm finna say. What number 5 is. 5 keys to success in 2021. Number 5, structure your private estate with private contract trusts, yo. That's number 5. It's a key to success. You think it's not, but it is, you know. When you're administering private entities, when you're administering a private business trust or a private family trust, it's different. When you go and open up the bank account for the first time with your business trust or your family trust, it changes the way you see things. Because essentially what you're doing is you're taking paperwork that you printed off and you went to a notary and got your signature notarized. That's it. And you went to the IRS and got an EIN for the trust, and you went to the bank and opened a trust account. You didn't get no permission from the state. You didn't get permission from a lawyer or an attorney. You didn't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on attorneys' fees and stuff, and then still end up with a statutory entity that's governed under state legislation, which means the state can say what can and cannot be expenses and deductions with regards to the administration of the trust. The first time you go open a bank account for a private contractual trust, it is a life-changing experience. The first time you get a bill for your power, for your gas, your electricity, in the name of the trust, it is a life changer. It's an absolute life changer. And then the first time you go to a certified public accountant with your LLC, and it's a multi-member, and you're 2% member, and the trust is 98% member, and the trust is responsible for all the losses and profits and blah, 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 blah. It's a life-changing experience. Because most all y'all is scared. Let's just be honest. You're scared. You're scared of going to federal prison. You're scared of losing everything you have. You're probably scared of losing your job. And you're scared of the IRS. You've heard so many stories of people going to prison and doing all this stuff, and people getting their stuff taken and all this other stuff with regards to trust. You've heard horror stories, war stories. And you're scared. You're scared. That's what you're scared. And what you're missing is that experience. You're missing the experience. I use the analogy of riding a bike, right? But in this instance, the analogy of riding a bike, where someone who just rides their bike and to go from here and there, and then someone else who rides their bike and they're professional, like trick rider or a BMX rider, and they can do things on their bike that look scary to you. And the only reason why it looks scary to you is because you lack the experience on how to pull off that trick and do it safely. And he'll go out there, or she'll go out there and do a back flip on the bike and stuff, and then riding on the tire. Oh man, be careful. Oh, that's fear. We fear for ourselves. We fear for each other. We fear for the future. And we even fear the past coming up and repeating itself. And some things we fear, facts and truths of the past coming to light. But let me tell you something. When you structure your private estate properly, through trustee training, proper trustee training, and you file that first 1041 return, you're going to be scared. Just like you were scared the first time you started driving a car, the first time you jumped on a bike, first time, so many things you were scared, but it was nervous energy, it was excitement mixed in with that fear. And that excitement that we miss, and when we focus on the fear, is because we don't believe in ourselves, number one. And you got to believe that, hey, man, there is a structure that exists outside of all these statutory restrictions and legislation and stuff and control that is recognized in over 120 countries according to the Hague Convention on Trusts. And I just got to do it. I have to do it. I have to submit the return. I have to go open the account. I have to go title the vehicle in the asset trust. I have to go put the bills in the name of the trust. I have to file that return and sit there and wait those weeks, maybe those months or whatever, freaking out, waiting for the door to get kicked in, for the feds in the whatever, the windbreakers run in and say, step away from the computer, step away from the phone, get out on the ground. That's what you're afraid of. It doesn't happen. If you do it right, you do it properly, it never happens. I've been on high frequency radio for over 5 years, y'all. If you properly substantiate, properly administer, and do not self-deal and do not commingle, because you don't have to, because contract makes the rule. And even if they say, oh, that's a personal expense, you can't pay for that. I didn't pay for that. The trust did. Well, the trust can't do that. Well, it's a contract. And what you're saying, it sounds to me, even though I'm not a lawyer, but it sounds to me as though you're attempting to impair the obligation of contract. You have to be able to, you have to say that, no matter if you're scared, no matter if they're sitting there saying that you can't do that and you're about to get penalties and blah, 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 you have to say it. You have to stand on it. You have to be able to push through that fear to get to the result that's required. Now, some of y'all gonna get the information, ain't gonna use it ever because you're scared and you're fearful and you're not gonna be able to get past that fear. And I respect that. I'm not gonna look down on you or say anything about that. Like, you know, maybe in your next lifetime or next time around, you know, you won't have the fear, or you'll be able to, you know, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what your journey is, but I'm gonna tell you that I respect it. But some of y'all gonna get this information and gonna do dances. It's gonna change your life, and you're gonna see, like, man, so I appreciate you, you know, blah blah blah. But it's a small group of people, in my opinion, when it comes to this conscious information, that's really looking to be successful, no matter what it takes. And as long as you don't compromise your integrity and your morals, it might take getting up early in the morning. It might take going to sleep at night. It might take, you know, making sure you got a different diet. It might take not yelling and not being upset in traffic, so you're not raising your blood pressure and thinking negative thoughts. It might, whatever it takes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Because if you are, I just gave you the 5 keys to success for 2021 and beyond. Number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, invest in your education. Number 3, check yourself and be honest. Number 4, start a business. Side hustle, full-time, part-time, start. It doesn't matter. And number 5, structure your private estate. You need to start utilizing and administer entities that do not owe their existence to public legislation, so therefore they're not governed. How are you going to get ahead in the system if you're using the pieces and only the tools that is provided by the system? It's like coming over here to my crib, you want to play pool, and I keep giving you the crooked cue with no chalk. Talking about, it's fair. After a while, if you continue to play, you're going to get smart and bring your own cue and your own chalk and say that that's fair. And that's what we're talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all checking out the show. You know what I'm saying? That's the 5 keys to success. As far as I see it, I'm not giving legal advice, tax advice, attorney advice, children, dog, pet, appliance advice, water filtration advice, none of it. I'm just telling you, you know, my take on it, how I'm looking at it, how I feel. That's my, you know, I feel like I'm successful. You know, everyone in my family, even when I was younger, I was looked at as, you know, he's going to be the one that takes us out of here. And, you know, I had a lot of pressure on me. And, you know, through that pressure, you know, I did rebel. But ultimately, most people were right. And, ultimately, there's something to be said about how it feels to, feel like, yeah, I did that. I did it. So, and I want that for you. And so this, maybe this helps. So we got about 60 seconds left in the broadcast. If you're checking out the show on the internet, you want to call in. Otherwise, you will be cut off. The calling number is 563-999-3625. She all in my ear. Y'all could probably hear that. She's screaming at me. She ain't got no manners. She didn't say, excuse me. I'm doing a broadcast, lady. Yeah, 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be cut off. That's pretty much what I got, yo. I feel like I did my dance. I feel like I pancaked a whole bunch of toes. People going home, putting ice on their bunions. And while I was pancaking toes, I hit a bunch of people in the face with juice boxes. I'm sorry if it hurt, but hopefully you caught the juice. And, there it is. I'm just, I'm doing my best for y'all, I really am. This is all for y'all. Girl, you didn't even say excuse me. They finna cut it off anyway. She's just trying to look out. But yeah, so I don't know. Y'all anybody trying to chop it up? Should I go to the phone lines or should I dance? Should I do my dance? I can do my dance, I got dance moves out here. I'm out here with these dance moves. Yo, I'm the type of parent go in the kitchen and just dance all weird until my daughter roll her eyes and leave. Or she'll be like, stop. Don't get me started with the dad jokes. Oh, hey, what's up? Let me go to the phone lines. Y'all want to holler at me, push one. I got you. You too. 770-0509. 770-0509. Peace. Which name are you calling from?
Peace. This Robert. How you feeling,
Peace.
Man?
Hey, I'm great, fam. How you doing?
Making it through, man. It's been a little while since I spoke to you. I've been binging on the archives here, trying to catch back up. Just want to say shouts out to all the listeners. Peace to everybody. And they training, investing in their private education. I was just calling just to touch bases. I wanted to say a couple things about the show. Enjoyed the content. That self-examination thing is real. I think that's a lot of what 2020 was about, a lot of what 2021 is about, us looking at things that have been hidden, things that we don't want to see. I had to do that personally for myself. The last time we spoke on the phone, we were having conversations about, you made a comment about how you don't see how people pay money for the trustee training and then don't never call. So for everybody who's listening, I'm one of those individuals who's been in trustee training. And I've had everything in the world going on, deaths in the family, job stuff, just everything that we know happens on a daily basis. And this thing does take real focus. It takes real dedication, and you got to make a decision, that this is what you're going to do, and you're going to have to push through it throughout everything, man, because investing in your private education, getting your private affairs in order, and just everything in general, it just takes a lot for me personally. Anyway, speaking for myself, when it comes to staying focused on doing what needs to be done and actively taking the steps to get things accomplished. So, yeah, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I didn't even know that private trustee training was all what it was when I signed up for it. I just knew it was something that I had needed to do, and I didn't even really understand it, honestly, at first. And it took a lot of listening for me to get to a point to where I did understand exactly what it was that I signed up for. I just knew if you was doing it, and if you was telling me that it was something that I needed to get on board with, that was initially what made me sign up. As of now, I got my security agreement together. I had lost access to my email, and I just got back in to get my invoices that I saw that you had sent me that I hadn't even responded to, which I need to get with you about that. I have dropped my phone, man, and it cracked, and they wanted $341 to fix that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I let it sit in the shop for a little minute. So,
Heard that.
That's really what it is, man. That's what it is. I ain't, this everything, man. Y'all just better get your private affairs in order, man. That's all. I ain't gonna say no more. You already you already pancaked enough toes, man. Like you say, they icing their bunions, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer in when you come into this information, you try to apply this stuff, you're going to be tested in your life, one way or another, whether it's financially, emotionally, relationship. I don't know what it is, but I have yet to meet a trustee who has pushed forward and wasn't tested, or didn't hit me up and be like, man, so it's crazy, I don't know what's going on, and it'd be from jobs to getting divorces to children, all types of stuff. There's tests. I can't. I went through the same thing, you know. Really, just like, you know, man, what's going on? But me personally, I've been through so much adversity in my life to where when I feel adversity, I feel pressure or like some force getting pushed back, I get excited because I know I'm about to get rewarded. You know what I mean? And I just think that's a perspective a lot of us lack. You know, it gets the hardest year of high school typically is senior year. You know, and that's right before you get that, you know, get graduation. You get to do that dance across the stage and stuff. There's nothing they can do when you hit that stage. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing they can do. They can scold you. They can scold you afterwards, but you can do whatever dance you want to across that stage. So it's just like, yeah, dealing with tests, dealing with difficulties, especially if your heart and your intentions and your motivation and your purpose is in the right place, that's when I get excited because I know I'm about to get rewarded. I'm about to get dripped on. But that's just my personal experience. But no, I mean, I just want to say, when I say stuff like that, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. You understand? I've been doing this for over 5 years. There's a lot of people that I've dealt with regards to private consultation and trustee training, man. So I wouldn't even talk about you specifically. You understand that, right?
Of course. I think the people who don't take offense to that are the ones that feel guilty or feel like, you know, a hit dog will holler. You know, you say something and if it identifies, you know, it's gonna reach where it was meant to. That's a part of the reason why I called in because I didn't even get into the queue until the show was almost over with. But I felt personally, I ain't gonna say accosted. That ain't the right word. I felt personally touched, maybe, you know, by what you were saying. Just conviction, man. You know, we gotta push through these things, man. We gotta push through these things. Whatever adversities we're dealing with, life is gonna continue to happen anyway, regardless. So, and it being the 11th hour as it is, with the public going crazy like it is, man, it ain't no time to procrastinate, man. Y'all better get y'all short form indentures together.
Yeah, we all dealing with the same stuff. It's all about what we do on top of that. On top of that every day. What do we do? What do I do on top of paying bills and on top of being the best father and on top of, you know, doing consultations and on top of, you know, just, you know, handling my business? And what do I do on top of that? Because everybody has to do that on top of eating and grocery shopping and, you know, traveling and being in traffic and stuff. What do I do on top of that? You know, that's what I'm always asking myself. What am I doing extra to separate me from, you know, those who aren't focusing on what they're doing? And whether that's economically, whether that's socially, you know, whatever that is, politically even. You know, I'm always focusing on, man, what am I doing to differentiate? And I think that comes from being an entertainer and being in music. And I always have to focus on, you know, what, you know, my sound and what I'm doing to differentiate my sound versus everybody else, and what can I do to stand out or to be my own or to be more me or something like that. But I'm always thinking that, man. What am I doing to differentiate? What am I doing to stand out? To be different, and not like, oh, I'm better than you, but hey, man, anybody who look and tell can kind of be like, hey, well, yeah, he's kind of doing it, and it's not for ego, it's just because. Why would I be on earth just to be mediocre, to live a mediocre life? Why would I do that? Why would I be cool with that? Why? I just don't get it. Just to be chill, just to be halfway, just to be, you know what I'm saying, just to be average like everybody else. Why would I do that? Why is that cool?
Well, we sure appreciate you, brother. We so appreciate you. I know I do, man.
I'm saying that's how I feel. So that's why I'm sharing that with y'all. Like, not you specifically, but with, you know, with the audience.
Well,
like, this is how I feel. This is how I think. So you should be saying the same thing. Like, man, why would I be here just chilling? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's natural. No, man, I'm finna do this dance. And then we got to do,
Right.
we got to do the things to do that dance. You know what I'm saying? We deserve,
Man, I ain't never
it,
felt
man.
like I was here natural. Man, I'm telling you, man, that hard work, man, hard work. And on a side note too, the music is good, man. I know there's a lot of people calling in complaining about the music being too long before you started the show, but I was one of those people that enjoyed it. I felt like it set the atmosphere, set the mood. It's always
appreciate
good.
it,
Sometimes
man.
I like to listen to the archives just to listen to the beats, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all don't know. I have my headphones on. I have the music all the way up, like on 10, and just rocking my head. I'm making, you don't even know. I just be jamming. I be getting ready to get the fluid going, man. Yo,
listen, man.
Feeling it.
I'm through with you, man. I'm through with you.
Y'all hear like, are you okay? Like, yeah.
For real, man.
Right,
that's
man.
that vibe. That's setting the mood, man. You got to get it right. You got to set the mood. You do. And I understand. That's why I had to say something to identify with it, man. But for real, I am on the clock. I'm at work still. I ain't going to hold on this phone no longer. I'm going to get off the line. Let somebody else take it. Or you're going to get off the air if you don't want to take no more callers. But I appreciate you, family. Shouts out to all the trustees in private education, private training, trust and training. Shouts out to everybody listening. It's all love. Shouts out to the Most High. Sure. Thanks for making everything possible.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, fam.
So,
I got the same number. Hit me up. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
I'm going to catch up with you. Peace, family. Y'all be safe.
Peace to the gods. Unfortunately, he said it. I'm going to blame it. I'm going to blame it on him. He said I could take more callers or not and end the show. And I'm going to do that. I want to end the show. I love y'all, though. I really do. I'm done. I gave it my all. I feel like, I laid it out, bared my chest and my legs and my glutes and my anklets. Y'all saw everything this show. And, that's what it is. All I can do is be honest. And me being honest about my challenges, my struggles, about my principles, my ideologies. And if you respect what I do, then let me tell you what I do so that you can be respected as well, because we all deserve it. I'm the same as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to sit down to go boo-boo, got to wipe, you know what I'm saying? I got to take showers. Sometimes I have headaches. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes I might just snap on somebody. I'm like, get off me, and then feel, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap on you. I'm flawed, we all flawed, but that doesn't mean that you're not worth it. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. It doesn't. And none of that means that you shouldn't try. And none of that means that you shouldn't believe in yourself, because you will surprise yourself. And when you surprise yourself, you're going to be proud of yourself. And when you're proud of yourself, you're going to be inspired to do more and try more, to achieve more. And when you try more through inspiration to do more and achieve more, you do more and achieve more, which is going to circle around to you being proud. And, hey, it's a positive cycle. It's a positive cycle. We've been taught to hate by the hater. We didn't know hate until we were taught hate. And I mean us, as a people. We were taught to hate by the hater. And we need to learn how to love again. We need to learn how to be appreciative. We need to learn how to focus on the things that we're appreciative for versus the things that we're not appreciative for. We need to learn how to look at things that we don't like in a resolution mind state versus a negative, complaining, I don't like that, I'm upset mind state. We need to learn how to love. But first, we got to love ourselves. You got to love yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know that you're worth it. You understand the forces of nature that's required to keep the atoms and protons and neutrons coalescing in such a manner just for you to have a physical body, man? If you understood, if only you understood. But, 5 rules. Once again, believe in yourself. Invest in your education. Check yourself. Start your business. Structure your private estate. My name is Sot L. It has been a pleasure You're very welcome to email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Check out your consultation. If you're looking to get into private trustee training, shoot me an email. Let's have a dialogue. Closed mouth does not get fed. And, make sure you check out welcometothefoundation.com. Check out the education tab, passport, no social, part 1, part 2, Foundation Trust Primer. If you're just starting off, you're like, what? Grab it. And Foundation Trust Series, part 1, part 2, part 3. If you're a visual and audio learner and you want to get the foundation, the basics, like there's over 80 different types of trust. What is Sot talking about? Get the Foundation Trust Primer. You will have no more questions. And you'll be ready to go. Jump into trustee training. Start your business. Do things that make you proud of yourself, and you will start to look like $1 million. You walking down the street like, man, what's going on with you? Hey, who are you? What's up? Because you feeling good, you looking good, you strutting. Why? Because you doing your dance. That's why. That's why. And I believe in you, and I know you can do it. And I trust that you will. And if you need any assistance, I'm your guy, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. My name is Sot L for the Foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. Y'all have a great week. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Love, love, love. 10 things that you're thankful for tonight and every night before you go to sleep. It is important, and I will catch you next week. Same time, same network, the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. Blah, blah. And y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. And I'll catch you next week. Peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.